Buddies, what's up? It is 5 a.m. in the morning and I'm still working. I'm at work in my office. I've been here since about 8 p.m. last night. Anyhow, it's cool. I love what I do. So coming back to the topic, why am I making this video? Now, you might have read the title that says Riding Gear Rental. Now, you all know that I get many messages on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and emails, etc. I'm happy about one fact that many of these messages and emails that I get are on one topic, that is riding gear. Now, after years and years of me speaking about riding gear, we have eventually reached that point where majority of us who ride motorcycles to some level understand that riding gear is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what motorcycle you ride, it could be a 50cc or a Hayabusa, but riding gear is the most important thing that you need to focus on. So now, as more and more people have been buying fast motorcycles these days, fast motorcycles means today even a 150cc can go very fast. So when our motorcycles are performing, it is our responsibility to have riding gear, correct? Now I do a lot of motorcycle reviews. So what does it happen? I get a lot of views. Okay, great. People know me. That is great. So what happens? If you remember, with fame, with popularity comes responsibility. And my reviews are selling motorcycles, more and more motorcycles. And more people are getting their hands on fast motorcycles. Youngsters, teenagers. Teenagers means 18 and above. So now, but there is one big problem. I'm selling motorcycles with my reviews, but even today in our country, buying riding gear is not cheap. What is happening is that in a situation where a youngster has to convince his parents to buy him a motorcycle, which is about 1,50,000 or 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, he would have put in a lot of effort making the parents, convincing his parents to buy him a motorcycle. Now, after buying such an expensive motorcycle for an 18 or 19-year-old, the parents would have already exhausted a lot of savings that they have. Now, if this kid or his youngster goes back to his parents and says that now I want to buy riding gear, give me another 20,000 rupees to buy a helmet, a jacket, gloves, riding boots, knee pads, everything. Well, the parents would say, sorry, what are you talking about? I just bought you a new motorcycle. We don't have enough money to buy you riding gear worth 20,000 rupees. And unfortunately, our parents still don't understand the importance of riding gear. The society in India, they don't understand the importance of riding gear because we have been riding our scooters, everything for decades without even a helmet. So generally the mindset of seniors in India is that riding gear is waste of money. And many of my relatives have told me, are you nuts? Why do you wear so much? What is the jacket, helmets, this, that? You are just being a show off, because they don't understand. So in this situation, parents are unable to give that amount of money to youngsters to buy riding gear. This is one scenario. The second scenario is that it could be you or me, anyone. If we have worked very hard, say for example to buy the brand new KTM Duke 390 2017, we've already spent some 2,50,000 rupees on it. But at this point, spending 20,000 rupees immediately to buy a set of riding gear, most of the times it's not possible. Or sometimes we could have a helmet, but we might not have a riding jacket, gloves or riding boots. So what would a person do in this kind of a situation? I thought about this for a long time, and I thought, because my reviews are selling motorcycles, it is my responsibility to do something for this community, for the riders, that they have access to riding gear. Now I do riding gear reviews also. But even today, buying even the most economical riding jacket would still cost you about 6,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees. It's not cheap. A helmet, gloves, boots, knee pads, a lot of money all put together. So I have decided that it is my responsibility to address this problem. And I am starting something new. That is, I will be renting out riding gear. Yes, friends. I will have a set of 10 riding gear sets like helmet, jacket, gloves, knee pads, riding boots, and later on probably even a race suits and touring suits, whatnot. But let me start off with the essential riding gear, and I will rent it out to people who really need them at a very, very economical price. Probably a jacket for few hundred rupees, probably 300 rupees a day. Because what I've noticed is that recently someone whom I know, he bought a Bajaj motorcycle, and there was a ride organized by Bajaj. And good thing what Bajaj does, or any motorcycle company, they do in these rides is that they say riding gear is essential. You have, if you wish to be part of this riding kind of group on a Sunday, you need to have riding gear. But this person spent all his money on the motorcycle and he's unable to buy a riding jacket. So he was feeling bad, he was feeling depressed that if he has to save 6,000-7,000 rupees, it would take him quite a few months to keep it aside from his day-to-day needs and monthly budget to buy a riding jacket, and he could not get a riding jacket, so he could not go for the ride. So I gave him my riding jacket and he could go for the ride. So I thought, let me put in my money, buy a lot of riding gear, and then I will rent it out. Now I have to get a place where people can take it from. It will not be my home, it will be somewhere in the center of the city. I want to do it like that. It will not be some showroom or something. I'll keep it simple because I'm not going to make any profits out of this. I'll be spending a lot of money in buying all this riding gear, and the reason, initially I thought I'll not charge any money. I'll just give it free of cost as my responsibility towards the community. But again, remember 2 points to this. One is, very often when you give something free of cost, people don't respect it. So a very small amount of money I will charge. And also remember, I also have to run a family, I have to live. So if I'm putting in huge money and not making any money even to at least buy new riding gear, because see what happens is that riding jackets, helmets, gloves, they even wear out, right? It's not that I buy a set of riding gear now and it can go on forever. So if I have to keep doing this for the community, I have to buy new set of riding gear also. So only for that reason, I wish to charge. Now I haven't decided exactly how much I'll charge for a helmet, for a set of jackets, knee guards. I don't know till now, but it'll be very, very affordable, and I'll have really good quality stuff to be rented out. So that is the situation, friends, because not all of us have all the riding gear, and not all of us need to buy it. Because see, for example, you could be someone who's got a nice helmet but doesn't have a jacket, or you could be someone who's got a helmet, jacket but don't have gloves. So why do you want to go spend 3,500 or 4,000 rupees buying leather gloves or anything? You can rent it out. So these kind of situations, and many times people don't have riding boots. So if I have riding boots with me, I can rent it out and you can go use them and bring it back. But the request from my side would be that don't abuse them, don't be careless, don't tear them apart, throw them on the road, make them dirty. Keep them neat, use them like you bought them, and return it back so that someone else who really needs them can use them. Well, buddies, all that I really want to do in life is be someone who's useful to others. Be someone who's made a difference in others' lives. Because, well, life is really short, And I personally don't really get much pleasure in living for myself. We don't really know when it's our last day on this planet, and I'm not really a businessman anyway. I really don't know how to do business. I never got onto YouTube to make money. Even now I make absolute peanuts from YouTube, but YouTube has given me a lot of respect, a lot of great friends, and it's a great place to be here. So that is my whole idea behind this motorcycle rental thing, to make a difference in others' lives, to make others' lives safe, and do something for the society. I don't even know if I'll keep doing YouTube for a long time. Probably someday I'll just wake up and say, I'm done with YouTube. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do something else. So till the time I have the opportunity to speak to you all, to influence others in their lives positively, I will keep doing it. I will put my personal money, I'll put my effort and do whatever I can. Thank you, friends. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, and I would like to implement those suggestions. So that is it. Thank you. Let's together make this a very, very important thing for our motorcycle community. Bye-bye.